up, everybody? Welcome to Sixers Postgame Live. The Salt Lake City Summer League ends with a loss for the Sixers, 93-85. Talking reaction, takeaways, player of the game, and more. Joining me, he is Freddie Burns. What's up, Freddie?
What up? What up?
What's going on, man? I'm tired. I'm as tired as Jared McCain's legs. But we're going to break down our top takes. Leading off with, I think it's got to be Ricky Council. I thought he was phenomenal in this one. 20 points, 6 of 11, a man among boys in many respects for the Sixers. I thought finished 6 of 7 from the free throw line. Nothing but, he struggled at times with shot creation. He struggled at times with decision making with the ball in his hands. I think the defense kind of figured him out a little bit towards the end of the Salt Lake Summer League, but he shot 8 of 17 from three-point range in 3 games. I'm good. Any thoughts on Ricky Council?
I think he was much more in control tonight. He was able to handle those pressures and double teams and ways these defenses have seemed to figure him out the last 2 games. Last night, he was a turnover machine. Tonight, just 1 turnover. So huge improvement for him because from the Summer League level, I like the points and I like all the scoring, but when he gets to the NBA, we need him not to turn the ball over, not to do anything dumb, and he showed that he has that in him tonight. Because I was a little worried last night, to be honest with you. He looked like a sloppy mess.
Yeah, you can see he's a rhythm shooter, and that was the big thing you want to see from Ricky Council. You want to see, is the perimeter shooting real? He's made and grown leaps and bounds when it comes to his perimeter shooting. And he, again, 8 of 17 overall in 3 games from 3. For Ricky Council. He hit a couple of big threes in this one, back-to-back threes, as we've seen in this Summer League. He had a bounce pass to himself for a dunk. He showcased a crossover that, he's not going to rely on at the NBA level, but it's going to be a weapon. So overall, high remarks for Ricky Council, man. The fact that we're sitting here, we went from being poor with no wings to now we've got Ricky Council and Caleb Martin and Kelly Oubre. We have wing after wing after wing, guys that can surround Maxey in the right way. Is the Sixers going in the right direction?
We've wanted it for years. We're finally getting some wings here and more wings to sign. They would have got 3 roster spots left here.
Yep.
So expecting another one potentially, whether that's at the small forward spot or power forward.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought the other standout, again, no surprise, was Bona's defense. He had 4 steals, 2 blocks in 21 minutes. You saw it from the jump. Utah was scared to go into the paint against Bona. The presence was there. I was really happy about that. 6'9", 250 pounds, man. This guy's going to punish soft-ass front courts in the NBA for years to come for the Sixers, man. This guy's just pure energy. He's pure hustle. I love the versatility we saw. I still have question marks regarding, some of the mental aspects of the game. He's a foul machine. We all know that. We saw way too many moving screens. We saw way too many defensive 3 seconds. We saw him being a little slow, rotating. But overall, what were your thoughts on Bona?
Yeah, everything you said, you pretty much nailed it. It's nice to see a presence like that. You can definitely see there's hesitancy from the other end offensively when they're trying to drive on him. But like you said, these are expected though. This guy's a rookie playing in his first, NBA level games in the summer league, so he's going to make these mistakes. But yeah, there's some hesitancy. He had a 1 offensive rebound and it was an easy putback, but you could tell he just thought about it, almost like a young kid that gets his first rebound. What do I do with it? And he ended up missing the layup, but he's certainly you can work with high motor, high energy guys that are going to give effort like that and then be able to block shots.
He looks good, man. You can critique Daryl Morey as much as you want, but he crushes on second-round picks. And he made Cody Williams and Kyle Filipowski look silly on multiple possessions going at the rim. You got to like that. His touch around the basket offensively it's got ways to go. We were
Certainly.
praising him last night about his free throw shooting. He didn't get to the line tonight, but yeah, I don't necessarily buy his ability to be with Embiid on the court. I get that Embiid could kind of space the floor a little bit, and he's
Yeah.
a versatile big that can defend on the perimeter as well. I don't know about that just yet. We didn't see it with Paul Reed. I don't buy that we're going to see it with Bona. Overall, though, as a backup to Andre Drummond, they're in a good spot. I'm more than happy with everything we saw through 3 summer league games with Bona. Quentin says Dalton continued to play well. Dude, he is just automatic from short, intermediate range, man. He was kind of the rock offensively for this team, as we have seen throughout this game. You know, when the Sixers needed a bucket, he responded, whether it was a floater or a pull-up from mid-range. Great game from Dalton. It's definitely in play. I think, you know, whether or not the Sixers bring back Kyle Lowry, whether they maybe give Dalton an NBA contract, it's well-deserved. My take, and I got killed on it by some comments here from what I said last night. I stand by it. I'm excited, man. I want more Jared McCain being the initiator of this offense. We're going to see that in Las Vegas because Dalton will not be playing for the Vegas Sixers, but you could see Jared McCain kind of go through the motions. You got a lot of cardio tonight. I guess we'll just move on straight to Jared McCain. You can see
if I could comment on Dalton too, real quick, because
absolutely, yeah.
I was kind of thinking of you last night. We were talking about the age and all that, and I'm like, my man, he's coming to make this roster, and he had signs of playing point guard the right way. Like last night, I felt like he was just shooting a lot. It was more of a shooty type thing. Where tonight, even down the stretch, he was setting up the offense, telling guys where to go, and actually playing point guard. And if he's going to take the job over Kyle Lowry, he's going to have to be able to do that. Yeah. I think he had about 6 assists tonight as well. Made the right plays, and he knocked down the 3 too. I believe we have 3 threes tonight.
Yeah.
Something like that. But I was impressed too. I just can't wrap my head around it though. I feel like I'd rather have Kyle Lowry, the experience, the veteran presence, the defense. I don't know.
That has given Jared McCain has given me Lowry and Andre Miller vibes the entire stretch of these 3 games. And I would love Lowry to come in and kind of be that mentor. It's up to Morey. I wouldn't be upset if they did decide to bring in Jeff Dalton Jr. He's definitely a kind of a score first combo guard. At the end of the day, it's a tough decision. I want Gary Trent Jr. If they could convince Gary Trent Jr. to take a vet minimum in that Kelly Oubre kind of contract, a 1-year prove-it deal, that would be amazing. But that's a pipe dream.
You think there's still not to go down this rabbit hole, but do you think there's still beef with him with Nick Nurse? Because they verbally were going at it on the Raptors. He didn't like what Nurse said between the public. Like that's normally not good if they're talking to each other through the media.
Normally, I would say yes, but I'd say there has been a real shift in the Sixers front office and culture the last 3 or 4 months. It's been wild, man. And for the first time since I can remember, especially as a fan, it seems like guys are wanting to come to the Sixers. It seems like Joel Embiid is making more of a conscious effort to recruit and get, players to come to play for the Sixers. So that we're seeing more leadership from him as well. And yeah, we'll see. But I can't comment on that because I don't know nothing about it. At the end of the day, though, Gary Trent Jr. would be a perfect fit because he can be that kind of combo guard. He's got size. He's a secondary ball handler. He can shoot. Not an elite defensive player, but he's more than adequate. Quentin says Dalton Connect had 20 points tonight. I love it. I love how McCain and Connect will be connected for the foreseeable future.
Connected. It's a good word.
Exactly. But yeah, quick on Jared McCain. 1 of 9 from the field. Every single shot hit the front of the rim. He did not have his legs in this one. Was a lot of ball watching from Jared McCain, even though he was a +3 in this one.
Yeah, how did he become a +3?
I don't know.
He was bad tonight.
The thing I see there is 0 assists. That's not what you want to see. He only had 4 assists in game 2, but I thought he was moving the ball really well in the pick and roll, finding rollers to the basket. In this one, he was barely involved. His usage rate was literally zilch in game 3. We'll see how that shifts in the Las Vegas Summer League, but Jared McCain was just out there getting cardio. Any thoughts on McCain?
Yeah, it seemed like he was going through the motions outside of when he had the ball in his hands. But he's still fearless, 1 for 9. I think he threw one up close to the logo at one point. And he's still fearless, which you want that in a guy that's going to be a shooter on your team and make shots. Even though he went 1 for 9, at not one point did I think was he fearful or scared to shoot. Not saying he's on the Tobias Harris level, but how many times have we seen Tobias Harris just think about it too much and not just totally screw it up? Like he just was. He still has the mental makeup, even though he's struggling to continue to push.
Yeah, I'm excited to see McCain kind of move into that primary ball handler role. And I'm also kind of hoping we'll see it is Kev Aluma. I've been mispronouncing his name for the last week, so I apologize. I've been calling him Kev. But Kev Aluma, I would like to kind of move into that Justin Edwards role as a starter. I thought Aluma had more signs of positive basketball in him tonight, so maybe move Aluma into that Edwards spot in Las Vegas. Let's talk about Aluma. Aluma finished with 6 points, 2 of 6 from the field, 1 block. He finished the Salt Lake City Summer League going 14 of 18 from the floor and shot 3 of 7 beyond the arc. Looked way more athletic during this stretch than I expected, attacking the basket. He was active without the ball in his hands. I love this guy. I think he is, without a doubt, the biggest surprise of the Sixers Summer League. And, I mean, if this continues, I don't know how they don't add him as, a back end of the bench stretch 4. Any thoughts on Aluma?
I agree. And the part you said about moving away from the ball is what makes me happy about him the most. Like last night when I was first taking a look at him, and then again tonight, players that are going to do that, if you're going to have role players in this league, they have to do that. And he certainly did that. And then he, like you said, he cut to the basket, couple of follow-up offensive rebound. I think he missed a putback on the one, dunked one. I'm with you on Aluma. He's definitely got to get a good look, and moving him into the Edwards role here in Las Vegas, getting him some more time and see how he goes in that starter role too.
Yeah, he's had some big moments in this Summer League. He blocked Filipowski at the rim tonight. He had a catch and shoot 3. Clock draining there.
That's big.
Yeah, man. That's exactly what they're looking for. I mean, ultimately, the good news with this Sixers Summer League, if you're looking at the big picture, realistically, not many of these guys are going to have major roles on the Sixers in 2025. I think the roster is going to be really solid outside of Ricky Council, who I think will probably back up Caleb Martin and Kelly Oubre. But, I mean, he's probably going to be playing at most 10 minutes a game. I've seen some people pushing for him to start at the 2 spot. That's not going to happen.
What, Ricky Council?
Yeah.
No. That's wild. Wild statements there. There's no way. I mean, he didn't get any playoff tick. You think Nick Nurse is going to throw him in at the 2? No way.
I think he deserves minutes, but in a reserve role. All right. Anyone you want to touch on before we roll into player of the game?
No, I think we nailed them. Dalton. Yep. That's it. Yeah. Let's roll into it.
All right. Let's talk about Sixers player of the game. player of the game. Do you want to go first? Or you want to go second?
Sure, I'll go first.
You got
My
it,
player of
man.
the game is Jeff Dalton Jr., no doubt
Oh,
about
go
it. 18 points per game, 18 points tonight, 8 of 13 from the field. Really took control of this offense. Ran it like a point guard should, which impressed me. Even had a block shot tonight. that was good to see. And only one turnover, just one turnover. Very in control, very smooth. That mid-range game is just, I don't know, like butter. I don't know. It's just so smooth and soft. So he's my player of the game for tonight, and I really opened my eyes that this guy may push for a roster spot.
I like it. I'm going to go away from Ricky Council. I mean, we already talked about him heavily. Awesome game. I thought he was terrific. But I want to give one more shout out to Bona. He only had 4 points in this one. The dude had nearly 10 blocks in 3 games during the summer league. He was ferocious on that dunk rolling to the basket. I love guys that aggressively finish at the rim after watching soft ass players in Philly for years not finish hard. That's really nice to see. There was this one play from Bona where he blew up a lob and then started a transition, and he was the second furthest from the basket at the time, and then he beats everyone down the court and finishes on the other end. His athleticism, man, is legit as it gets, and I love to see that. I love to see the hustle. I love to see the energy. He's got a long way to go for sure, but as I said in the first 2 post-game shows, like, he's got the physical tools to be a really solid player for the Sixers. He made Cody Williams and Walker Kessler look silly on multiple possessions, even though Walker Kessler's like his defensive presence was really felt in this one. He was really impressive. Quentin says Bona had more impact than what the box score. I agree, man. I thought Bona was everywhere defensively in this one. 4 steals, 2 blocks. He was a -1. But I was just, again, I got to shout it out. I thought Bona was excellent. He plays basketball like a footballer, man. He's I love his aggressiveness, and there's a lot of things he needs to own in and get coached up. At the end of the day, there's some real excitement with Bona. And from where I was during the draft process to where I am now, absolute winner. Blanche says high five. Kane says Embiid looks terrible. I'm not watching. That's gonna be a thing for tomorrow morning. The U.S. Team USA is going on right now. But Freddie, anyone else you want to give a shout out to? I mean, I was hoping to see a lot more from Tony Bradley, who literally gave you nothing. Sorry, Rob. He gave you 4 points in 12 minutes. Forgettable minutes. David Jones had some impressive moments in this one. He's just not athletic, man. I just don't buy him as an NBA player.
That's a guy I actually want to comment on. I think he stinks, actually. I'm out on him. He makes plays, hustle plays, no doubt about it, and that normally is up my alley. A couple steals he had, breakaways, but he freaking misses the layup. Like,
he has no lift. He has no lift.
Nothing. So that guy, as far as I'm concerned, would they sign him in a 2-way contract too?
Yeah.
He's a waste of get someone else in there. I'm done with him.
Yeah, I agree. All right, let's get into grades. We're gonna wrap it up. There it is. Won't you give me sweetness and light for my restless mind? Please give me a way to escape this world gone astray. You could give me a little peace of mind in these troubled times. All right, how would you grade tonight's performance, Freddie?
Probably give it a C. I mean, you blew a 10-point lead at halftime. You were forcing turnovers. I believe they had 12 turnovers, 13 points off those turnovers, which probably was the difference. They were up 10. That's about a 3-point difference if you
Uh,
take those 13 away. So, yeah, I just was happy really to see Jeff Dalton Jr. play point guard correctly, and that was a good takeaway. McCain, like you said, he was gassed. You could just see that, not gassed as far as running. He was going up and down, but like you said, the shots were short, and that's a telltale sign your legs are tired. But it was a C, average performance. They fought too. They didn't give up till the end, so I gotta just give them an average C.
I'm good with that too. Let's go C. At the end of the day, Ricky Council I thought looked really strong. I liked seeing him have a bounce back game. Jared McCain, I'm sure he's not used to playing this much. You could see he did not have the legs. And then Bona, he's not going to play a lot this year, but the defensive upside is absolutely real. I'm excited for Summer League, and for better or worse, seeing Jared McCain more on ball as a facilitator. That is going to happen. It's going to be some fun, maybe some bad. I can't wait. So we'll be back doing post-game shows for every one of those. Freddie, do you have anything you want to plug? Final thoughts?
Nah, yeah, we'll see you, Friday night, I think, is the next one. So,
yeah, I don't know. I got to look at the schedule.
I think we got Friday, Saturday, Tuesday. But, yeah, Sixers Summer League, we're back. And then before we know it, we're going to have Eagles post-game, pre-game.
Oh, my God.
We're going to be Sixers. It's going to be great. Going to be great.
I can't wait, man. Can't wait. If you love the NFL draft, we started NFL draft content last Sunday on our favorite Heisman candidates. And this Sunday at 8 o'clock, we will be doing our top 10 defensive lineman prospects. Geez, Monday. No, we did a post game instead of Party on Broad on Monday night. Tuesday night, last night, we did Birds of the Round Table, our positional ranking of the best Eagles players ever. I think since 1980. I think we all agreed to do it like players that during our lifetime. And
that's really cool.
That was out there last night. There were some question marks regarding some picks. I went Westbrook over Shady because that's just me.
I would have went Westbrook over Shady.
Would you really?
Yep. What, you got questioned on that?
Oh, for sure.
Questioned on that?
Oh yeah.
Well, what? I guess I don't want to make this go long, but what was the reason? It's not that. Why? Because McCoy's
numbers.
Statistically the.
Yeah, numbers definitely favor Shady, but at the time during Westbrook's peak, like he was right there with LaDainian Tomlinson and Clinton Portis, like top 3 running back.
Yeah, and he sat for 4 years behind Deuce Staley and Correll Buckhalter. Like he had needed some time.
I had Foles, I think, as my number 2 quarterback, and I got killed for that. It was fun though. That's out there. Next week we'll be doing defense.
Very fun.
We're in the thick of the off season where we're like truly running out of ideas to talk about with the Eagles. But yeah, a lot more content coming. A lot more Las Vegas Summer League content coming. I'm going to make a video coming out tomorrow or Friday on top 3 takeaways of the Sixers Summer League. Obviously, it's going to be Kev Aluma. It's going to be Bona's defense, and it's going to be probably Jared McCain's playmaking. I'm going to do an in-depth take on that with video highlights and things like that. So expect that to come. And, of course, more NFL draft content is in the works. So thank you, everyone, for watching. Quick show tonight. We're all tired. But we'll be back for the Las Vegas Summer League. He is Freddie Burns at Freddie Burns _. I'm Dobbs, Mr. Crockpot. Stay awesome, everyone.